Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and man do I have something to discuss with you guys. So a while back I made a video basically speaking about Mortal Kombat the movie. Are they ever going to come out? You know, what's the deal? What's going on? And all that good stuff. And I have some good news for you, definitely. There is a Mortal Kombat movie coming out very soon. There is a little bit of worry here and there. Based on what I've investigated, and I mean, we don't know anything, how it looks like, anything, so it could be anything, okay? But I just wanted to make sure that I give you guys a little heads up, as I said before, ages ago in the videos. So basically what happened is, you know, 1995, Mortal Kombat 1, the movie, Mortal Kombat the movie, after the big craze of Mortal Kombat, came Mortal Kombat the movie, which I think was an amazing movie. The best Mortal Kombat movie, obviously. Part 2 kind of sucked, and I'm going to explain all of that in detail, exactly what went on. Basically, Mortal Kombat had so many issues with getting their games out to the public. In fact, they made a rating system for it. It's kind of funny because Way of the Warrior, they had other games. What was it? Time something, where you cut the guy's limbs off and you're still fighting. And all of these things. All of these games had no rating system whatsoever. They never called for it. Then came Mortal Kombat. You know, Ed Boon and John Tobias came out with digitized characters, which also Way of the Warrior did, so I don't know, but it didn't catch anything. And basically did in the end the finisher move, which is fatalities and all of that stuff. And then later on came the rating system that came there. So Mortal Kombat basically had a lot of hate. A lot of hatred from everyone, from psychologists, from teachers, to you name it. Except the kids, we loved it. I mean, Street Fighter 2 was the popular game at the time. I remember standing online for hours to play the damn game, and you could never beat the game because it'd be always a guy who slides in a quarter in there, and then when you lose, people tap the quarters because it was 2 quarters to start, 1 quarter to continue, and nobody really wanted people to continue their game or even have the game cheaper than they paid. God only knows why. Nobody was really giving at that time. But it was nobody wanted to actually beat the game. It was the thing of the neighborhood, like pool tables and you know, ping pong. It was a great time to be a kid. And then, of course, Street Fighter 2, right after that came Mortal Kombat. And believe it or not, tons of people were lining up playing this game. They were all talking about it, I remember, in school. Oh, you can rip the guy's hearts out and blah, blah, blah. Super Nintendo, it finally comes out, looks exactly like the arcade, almost, and doesn't have any blood fatalities. The Genesis didn't either, but Genesis had a code, Sega Genesis, that allowed you, I think it was dullard, you know, down, up, whatever, and you had cheat enabled and blood enabled and fatalities and so on and so forth. Even though the Genesis version looked extremely inferior, it kind of made up for it in blood and all of that cool stuff. And to be honest, I kind of liked it on the Genesis as well. Super Nintendo, although, you know, looked better, even in Mortal Kombat 3, whatever. The thing is, they started putting rating systems in, and then Super Nintendo had Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3 with blood and fatalities, and it was incredible. It was an incredible time to be a kid. So 1995, the big craze, Mortal Kombat comes out, the movie. A lot of people were disappointed. I myself kind of enjoyed the movie. I remember seeing it in a friend's house when it just came out on tape because I didn't see it in the movie theaters, and I was so pissed off about it because I kept saying next time, next time. It was hard. You know, money was really tough. And then I see it in my friend's, you know, he rents it out in Blockbuster or whatever, Sunrise Video, whatever the heck it was. And, oh, you guys remember those times, right? Those that come from my generation. And we saw the movie, and I really loved it. Of course, it had a lot of backlash from fans. Where's the blood? Where's the fatalities? I mean, there's not really any fatalities in there. A lot of the stuff wasn't exactly like the game. I mean, yeah, you had Kano. Yeah, you got the characters. We could see where it was going. But it didn't have a lot of characters, a lot of the essence of the game. There was no fatalities, really, except Sub-Zero throwing an ice ball as the guy makes a jump kick and then explodes into dust. It also didn't make a lot of sense when he said flawless victory, Shang Tsung, when it wasn't really flawless. And all kinds of things like that and whatever. But it wasn't really a fatality of ripping limbs and stuff. And a lot of the fans were really disappointed, especially the older crowd at that time who were in their, you know, I was, what, like 15. They were 21, 25. You know, they didn't really enjoy that. So out came Mortal Kombat 2. the stupidest movie of all, but it tried to mimic the video game as much as possible. I mean, you even had Sub-Zero's brother who does the ice clone of himself. And you could really literally see that they really were pushing for the video game. Again, not concentrating on the storyline, but focusing more on, you know, or the actors or whatever. A lot of the actors didn't even make it back there. It looked like some kind of independent film that was made. And it was kind of sad. Now, I know the guy that played as Jax in Mortal Kombat 1 might have made it to this one. Of course, he died in real life, which was really, really sad. You know, shortly after Mortal Kombat 1. So they had a different guy play as Jax. Some of the characters were okay, but they weren't exactly what, you know, Christopher Lambert was not playing as Raiden. You kind of lost the essence. Johnny Cage, the way he died, was so freaking stupid. But they brought in the characters. They brought in Shiva. They brought in Ermac. They brought in, you know, Rain. They brought, you know, whatever. They brought in a lot of people. But again, they didn't really, I'm going to say, really capture the video game. No matter, you know, but they tried harder than the first one. So it was more video game concentrated on, but they completely lost the story. So one, they were focusing more on the story. It looked really great. They even had the guy who plays as Machine in WMAC. It was great. You had a lot of these fighters that were actually there. Chris Casamassa as Scorpion, which is one of my favorite martial artists of all time. Amazing guy. So, I mean, it's just, and I met him, really down there, really cool people. They had a lot of great actors in the first one. Unfortunately, the actors were kind of lame. The writing was horrible, but they did focus more on the video game. And of course, they killed it, and that was the end of that. Now, it is important to understand that Ed Boon never, I don't know about John Tobias, but Ed Boon never really wanted a movie about the video game. He kind of thought that the movie would give the video game a bad rap. And that's and to be honest, that's what the second part movie did. It actually gave the game a bad rap. A lot of people started to kind of lose interest in Mortal Kombat due to that. It was really unfortunate, and it could have went a right direction, but it just went a really bad direction. Then came out the TV show, okay, Mortal Kombat Conquest in 1998. And it was freaking remarkable. I really loved the movie. They had that chick that played in what do you call? She played in Terminator 3, Blood Rain, you know, whatever that movie. But Terminator 3 she played in. She was a great actress. The one that played as Taja, Kung Lao, and Zero, who play the guy who played Zero. I always forget the names, but he played in Bloodsport 2. Really great martial artist, and of course he played in Cinderella, Kung Lao. Really, but an amazing group. It was a real cool story, telling the story before Mortal Kombat, what happened in the early days of Kung Lao's life, and him and Raiden, and you know how they got through it. And you see all the introductories of Reptiles, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and it was just one of the best times to be a kid, and I really loved it. Unfortunately, again, because it was in such a it was so controversial, they only gave it a slot on 2 a.m. on TNT, the Tennessee Network, whatever it was called, TNT, and then it made its way to television at 3 o'clock, 3 a.m., and by 2 o'clock, I mean 2 a.m., 3 a.m. slot. On TNT, it came out actually in a good time, but after WCW, which is funny because they filmed at exactly the same location, which is in Florida. So it was really, really funny to see all of this thing coming to life. I think it was in MGM Studios. So they even had wrestlers from WCW, like the guy who played as Adam Bomb, King Haku. All these guys made their way over there. And it was kind of cool seeing some of our favorite wrestlers actually make it to the game itself. I mean, to the show itself. Unfortunately, because of the controversial times that it had, they pulled it off the air after the first season. And man, did it piss me off because it ended. I kind of know how the ending goes. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. But those of you guys that did not see it, go ahead and check it out. Mortal Kombat Conquest is phenomenal, and I wanted to actually continue this by making it and probably contacting Ed Boon, because I do a lot of shorts, I do a lot of full feature films and stuff like that. I would have loved to you know, take the reins for that and try to make it into a thing, but I don't even think Ed Boon would even want to do that after the catastrophe of Mortal Kombat 2, and I think that he really is like a bedrock policy with him. He's not really interested. Then came out in 2011, Mortal Kombat Legacy, which I'm going to say was good, but extremely crappy, because it was like little clips of each one, and then when you connect it together, you kind of get something. It's not a movie at all. It was more like they were trying to shoot a short of a pilot and pitch it, and it really had great potential. I thought it was really amazing. I love the way Scorpion looked and Sub-Zero and how Quan Chi tricked them and all of that. They stayed true to the game. Really, really cool. I really loved it. Unfortunately, you know, that's all we got from it. So right now, another movie is in the works, and they're coming out with it, and I'm really, really excited about it, really happy. I gotta tell you, the thing, compared to the video game, if you look at the video game, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, they have their arms exposed. I hate that. Okay, because everybody knows a ninja, they're always covered, because if there's birthmarks or whatever, you could tell who they are. So in the movie, they actually got the ninja part right. I love the movie costumes, and I love the movie outfits and all that stuff. I thought it was really, really cool the way they did it, and I really am looking forward to another Mortal Kombat movie. I do hope that they come out with it, and it's going to blow our socks away. It's going to be something that's out of the ordinary. Ed Boon didn't look too enthusiastic about it. He didn't look too optimistic about it. He didn't really, like, he never really showed any kind of care to the movie. And to be honest, after part 2, I really don't blame him. And all the negative backlash that they got during that time, he has to understand, though, that right now, this is the Mortal Kombat era. This is going to push sales. This is going to be great. And a lot of people are becoming Mortal Kombat fans. Okay, granted, you know, there's politics involved, which is beyond freaking stupid that we're involved in Mortal Kombat 11, which is so dumb that they brought that into the games. And God, I only hope and pray to God that they do not release that political garbage in Mortal Kombat, the movie. I am looking forward to it. I hope you guys are. Let me know what you guys think. Are you looking forward to another Mortal Kombat movie? I sure as hell am. I'm looking forward to seeing it in the theater, because the only one I actually saw in the theater was part 2, and man, was it awful. Okay, it was just bad. But I gotta say, though, the fighting scenes I enjoyed was between Cyrex and Jax and Sonya, even though it looked so corny, which he did the kiss of death. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. Go ahead and see it. Trust me, if you don't see it, you're not missing anything. But the fighting scenes were pretty cool between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but they looked so animated, sort of. But it was cool to see Smoke, Liu Kang fighting it out. The robots looked amazing. It looks cool. They're actually my muse for what I do on my 3D printers when I'm doing cyborgs and stuff, and just wait till you see what I have planned for you guys in a how-to video. But the unfortunate part is that they didn't focus on the story, and I hope what they do is they get in touch, because Mortal Kombat Legacy in 2011, I don't know why they're calling it a TV series, it's not, had a lot of potential, and I really wish they put their money behind it. They had some known actors in it. I think it was really, really cool, and I really hope, I pray to God, again, I don't know how this Mortal Kombat movie is going to be, but I hope that they take the actors from the actual Legacy, or the makers of Legacy actually got funding and are now going to make a full-on freaking movie about it. That would be extremely cool. I really love the way they were going. The visual effects on it looked a little bit amateurish, but I mean, if they need help, I'm willing to help, and I'll do it for free. I really don't care. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. It'll be a great honor, and believe me, I specialize in visual effects. If you guys need it and you're hearing me, call me. I'll do it for free. I'm letting you guys know it right now. If you guys are even hearing this, I will do it absolutely free, your visual effects. And if you think I can't blow your socks off, test me. Put me to the test and just see. I'm that much of a fan. I'm willing to work on it for free, and I'm sure many, many are. And you know, and you'll save a bunch of money and just push this movie out. What I do hope that it's not going to be is a movie that's only going to be released to DVD or on demand. I really don't want to see that, or YouTube Red or something like that. I don't want to see that. I want to be able to see it in the movie theaters. I think if they gave me rights to do this, I would make the most kick-ass movie ever. Okay, the most kick-ass movie ever. You don't even know the type of shit that I would be able to push in this game, that I think every fan, like myself, of the Mortal Kombat series, would be absolutely happy. Focusing on the game and the storyline. Changing some things around that should have been changed before. So let me know what you guys think down below. Definitely curious to hear. Maybe I'll do a fan film one day and just do a full-on and just give it to them and say, yo, dude, look at this. Boom. Let me know if you guys are even interested in that. If you live in the New York City area, we could pull some kind of crap off. But the thing is, let me know what you guys think. Definitely, I definitely want to hear in the comments down below. What do you think of a new Mortal Kombat movie? Are you optimistic? What are you hoping it's not? The answer, you hope it's not Mortal Kombat 2. The movie is totally understandable, and let me know. Definitely, as always, this is our channel. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button, as it'll help out the channel, our channel, a lot. And I am going to follow this development a little bit more closely. And any news that comes to mind, I'm going to be letting you guys know heads up, giving you guys the heads up. Anyways, definitely I want to hear, I want you guys to be vocal. Let me know what you guys think of the new Mortal Kombat movie that is being made. It's funny, though, I'm looking at the Internet Movie Database, and I'm not seeing them at all. But there's nothing but they are doing it. They're not in post-production yet. They're not even in production phases yet, but they're going there. So it's going to come up, I'm sure. Definitely on my investigation, they're definitely making a movie. Again, I hope it's not going to be like Legacy, where it's little tiny shits, and it's going to be released on YouTube Red or something like that. I hope it's a full-scaled movie on the big screen. Again, I will follow the development of this, and if anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.